All right, guys. So we're going to do something a little bit different today. I'm going to start off by doing who is your soulmate reading? What are they like? What are their qualities? I had some email requests asking for this type of reading. Um, I'm going to be just showing the cards, and then we're going to switch back to like me talking into the camera after we do this part of the reading. So the first numbers right here. So this is message number one. If you want to choose the cards for number one, this is number two, and this is number three. So one has a little bunny on it. Two has a starfish, and three has a crystal pendulum that I made on it. So choose number one, two, or three. One, two, or three. And the number that you choose will correspond to what your soulmate is like. Like, what qualities would your soulmate have? Um, what type of person are they or will they be? Are you with your soulmate? Are you with a karmic partner maybe instead? Are you with a twin flame? Um, that's what the reading will be about. And we'll go over the cards, then we'll do the other topics in the video. So everybody concentrate and pick message one, message two, or message three. This one, number three, doesn't want to stay together. Okay, so is everybody ready? I'm going to go over the messages or the qualities that your soulmate would have. Number one, two, or three. Last chance to decide. Last chance, everybody. Okay, so message number one, or qualities of, if you picked number one, what are your qualities of your soulmate? So I'm going to do only uprights with this. The cards that you got for the qualities of your soulmate are strength. Okay. The Queen of Pentacles. The Two of Wands. And being enough. Okay, so the decks that I'm using are, by the way, the Enchanted Tarot, the Druid Tarot deck, the Secrets of Tarot, and the Wild Oracle. So this is going to be a partner who is very strong, who is very assertive, who is very sure of themselves. They may be a Leo, they may be an Aries. Maybe if they're not a Leo or an Aries, there's a possibility they could be a Sagittarius. Doesn't mean they have to be that particular sign. They just might have the qualities of a fire sign or have a lot in their chart. I always tell people when they get charts, for instance, do not only focus on those signs. If you're looking for somebody with certain qualities, when I talk about their soulmate or a person they're going to meet or a person they're with, look at the qualities, not just the sign specifically. So somebody who is outgoing, a leader, generous, but likes to also be praised and given to. Somebody who is very outspoken and knows themselves. That's going to be soulmate number one if you chose this. They're also going to be somebody who might multitask quite a lot. Two of Wands, they might need to find a lot of balance in their life, or they may be doing a balancing act right now in their life, or it is part of their job to balance others. They are going to be somebody who is always kind of juggling multiple priorities or trying to find some kind of equilibrium in their life or make equilibrium or balance for other people. That's Two of Wands. They're also going to be somebody, perhaps, if you are a woman watching this, they're going to be somebody who makes you feel very secure, like the Queen of Pentacles, who makes you feel very provided for, very contented, and like you have enough. It doesn't have to mean financially. It can also just mean secure, like nurtured or taken care of or watched over. It's going to make you feel much like the Queen of Pentacles, much like, you don't have to worry about things. You feel stable, you feel steady with them. It's not necessarily a really passionate, over the top, vibrant kind of love with this person. It's more of like a solid, steady, protective kind of love with this person. Message number one, or person number one, soulmate number one. It can also mean, if you date women and you watch this, whether you're a man or a woman who dates women, it could be that they might also have earth sign traits. So Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Now, they don't, again, have to be that sign. They could just be somebody who's, a saver, somebody who's very focused on success and security, financial security. They say what they mean what they say. They're consistent. They may seem to others a bit boring sometimes, but they're just somebody who likes routine. They like following things step by step. They like doing things little by little. They're not like really impulsive. It could also mean that. And the last message for your soulmate, if you picked message number one, is being enough. Now, I think this is a message for you who is watching, you who everybody who picked this message, who will or who did pick it now, since we're live. The innermost heart says you are enough. Nowhere to go, nothing to get, nothing to change. No need to grow more deserving. Yes, you are love. So this means that, even though you are in this search for this person, or you're wondering if you're with this person right now, you yourself are enough. The leaves on this card, I think, could represent growth, or the growth that you're continuing to do until you meet this person, or the growing that you're doing with this person. If this sounds like somebody you're with, you are enough. So yes, a soulmate would be nice to add to your life, but nobody else really completes you. So that's number one. Now, number two, if you chose, the star symbol, if you chose that, now it's only uprights again. So if you chose soulmate number two, the qualities that your soulmate will have is very like an air sign energy. And you got the Prince of Swords from the Druid Tarot deck. You got the Star card from the Secrets of Tarot deck. You got the Judgment card from the Enchanted Tarot deck. And you got the Courage card from the Wild Oracle. So we'll start with the Druid Tarot. So the Prince of Swords is very impulsive. He knows what he wants. He's like that Gemini, Gemini energy of moving quickly forward, of confidence, of sociability, of being very outgoing, extroverted. Now, he doesn't have to be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. He doesn't have to be an air sign, but he'll have, like I said, those qualities. So he's going to be somebody maybe with a young energy, or he might be younger than you. If he's not younger, he just has a young quality about him. He's very, like assertive, knows what he wants, and he goes straight ahead for it. He's like, I've got this, I know what I want. It's that fast movement forward, like the air rushing forward. Excuse my nails, but I didn't bother. It's the air, rushing forward with him like the wind, as he's on this, horse with this, headdress on, and they look like they're ready to go, This Courage card actually goes really well with this. He's somebody who's courageous, very confident. Might also be Aries energy, or just somebody who has that impulsive, I know what I want, I can do this, very straightforward communicator. Courage says divine courage is not the absence of fear, but a nudge that says keep going, do it, don't worry, all will be well. You have to get quiet enough to hear it. Dear divine, may I feel your courage and your will. It can also be a message for you to have courage to keep going. Don't let upsets from the past, or past lovers, boyfriends, husbands, girlfriends, I don't want to leave anybody out, you know, anything that from the past that may have upset you, would hurt you, you still have to have the courage to go forward if you want to meet this person. Now you also got the star, which could indicate, again, an air sign, or it could just say that this is somebody who's going to be very optimistic. They're going to be like an eternal optimist type of person, somebody who also believes maybe in humanitarianism, or somebody who's very concerned about social causes. The star talks about that as well. Judgment, it may indicate that they're in law, or perhaps they do something associated with law that's helping others or causes that they believe in. These two cards together indicate that to me. Again, very heavy air sign energy. Again, they may not be an air sign. They may just be somebody who is, you know, they don't have to be an air sign. They can be somebody who's got those qualities. Like I said, flirtatious, diplomatic, talkative, knows a lot about different topics, especially when they're passionate about certain topics. They'll talk a lot about them. Great communicator, confident, very sociable. Okay, so now if you chose my little homemade crystal pendulum, if you chose that, that's number 3. If you chose number 3, you got, oh, it's interesting. I like this, how most of my subscribers are women. And we got princes in almost every one, I think. I have to check that next time I do these readings. But anyways, we got princes in almost every one. So the Prince of Cups is in number 3. So this is more of a water sign energy. Now, if he's not a water sign, like I said, he doesn't have to be, or she. This person can be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or they can just be somebody who's very emotional, very open with their emotions. They feel very deeply. They might be moved by art. They like art, music, or they have some talent in one of these types of things. I think this is so amazing. These readings are actually, all these cards are flowing really well with each other, because right after Prince of Cups, we got feelings. And after that, we got the Chariot, which is often the symbol of Cancer. So again, it doesn't have to be a Cancer, but there is a very strong likelihood, number 3, because I'm getting 1, 2, 3 in a row indicating a water sign, especially Cancer. It may be very likely that this person is a Cancer, and alternatively Pisces or Scorpio. The 4th card we got is Justice, so they might be a Libra, or it just could be talking about their fairness towards others because they have a lot of empathy. This is if it is a woman, this person is extremely feminine, and if this is a man, this is somebody who's very, very in touch with their emotional side. They are somebody who is very, very, very in touch with that feminine, nurturing, emotional side. Now, as I always say on the channel, that doesn't mean that they look feminine. That, you know, sometimes, especially with women who are feminine energy, it goes hand in hand. They'll look feminine and act feminine. But there are some men, for instance, that are very in touch with their feminine energy, but they don't look feminine at all. You know, they can still retain looking very masculine, but behave or feel in a feminine way. So I'm seeing that for this person. So they're very nurturing, very loving, very in touch with their feelings. All 3 of these cards kind of flow together. Also somebody who's confident, because you can look at the Chariot alternatively as somebody who's really all about their one goal that they have, their mission in life, and they're going to follow it through to the end. They're very dedicated as well. And Feelings says, emotions want to be felt. You really can't surrender something until you deeply feel it. Allow me, dear divine, to offer all emotions to you, feeling them fully, so they no longer hold me captive. And there's flowers here indicating, you know, growth, life, and the beauty that you see when you notice things, you know, around you without, you know, with really contemplation and absorbing things and not moving so fast through life. So this could also be a message for you. In order to meet this person or recognize this person, you have to be able to feel your feelings and expose them. Not, you know, not make yourself in a position where you're going to be so vulnerable you get hurt all the time. You need to maintain your boundaries, like I always say, but in a position where you can be open enough to accept this person in your life. So that's message number 3. And again, we have Prince of Cups for message number 3 about this person. We have the Chariot about this person, indicating a high probability that they're a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Doesn't have to be, but high probability. and Justice, perhaps a Libra, but more so I think this is saying in combination with these other cards that this person is just somebody who really wants things to be fair. They really want to be, you know, compassionate towards others and empathic. Jobs that this person might have are a nurse, doctor, something in any of the helping professions. They may even be a counselor for their profession. So those are the 3 messages on who your soulmate will be when you meet them, or if you already have. Those are the qualities that they would have if you chose message 1, 2, or 3. And I'm just gonna put the camera up now so I can talk to you guys about the other topics, because I'm gonna talk a little bit about Justin Bieber now. Okay, so hi guys. So let me just fix the camera a little bit. Okay. Okay, there we go. So you just pick a number. That's how you do it. So if you want to rewatch this video, you just pick message number 1, 2, or 3. And whatever resonates with you is, you know, how your soulmate is going to be, or how they are if you're already with them. So that's how you do, you know, when you do that reading with me. If you rewatch it, that's how it's done. Oh, Millie, that's cool. That was very accurate about that. And Taylor, it's possible for a person to come into your life. They could also be a life partner. You know, they don't have to necessarily be a husband. They could be many different things to you. And you know, beliefs about that can be cleared out with things like Reiki healing, or life coaching, or law of attraction exercises, etc., to try to change those thought patterns. Okay, so I'm going to take these cards and put them back in their decks, because I'm going to use them. Well, I'm going to use a couple of these decks. I'm going to use them to do a reading on Justin Bieber. So apparently, this is interesting. I feel my energy. I have to like shift it a little bit, because I was in feminine. So now I feel like I'm going into masculine energy. So I can tell when it's shifting now. It's like so funny. And it's like the feminine energy is much, much slower when you're talking than the masculine. So let me just put my cards back a little bit before I start, because I want to shuffle when I'm talking about Justin. So apparently, basically, he came out with a song called "I Don't Care," and everybody's speculating, oh, that's about Haley. He's gonna leave Haley. He's gonna get a divorce, and he wants to go back to Selena. So I just want to see if that's even true or not, and how he's doing, because they said that him and Haley are having a baby, and then they laughed at the report on Instagram or something, or Twitter. They like made fun of it, like, no, that's not happening. You people are crazy. To the news people, that's what they said, or whoever reported it, the reporters. But I just want to do a reading on it. So let me move my little, I thought this was cute. It's so random, but I found this little bunny statue for message number 1. I was like, it's cute. I had this for a long time. But anyways, so let me just shuffle cards. And by the way, this enchanted tarot deck, they no longer make this. This is the old version of it. This was the first tarot deck I ever bought, ever. So it's kind of special. There's some uncertainty in the relationship with Justin. Hanged Man just flew out. And the bottom of the deck is illusions, and wanting to let go of illusions and how you thought things were. 7 of Hearts, 7 of Cups. That's the cups. The hearts in this deck are cups, which I think is very fitting. There's a card in here called Queen of Hearts, and it reminds me of Princess Diana, because that was her nickname, and she was a Cancer, and the Queen of Hearts, and this is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, so I thought that was cool. Okay, so let's see. So what's going on with Justin? Does he want to divorce Haley? Yes or no? These are really long cards. They're not like wide, but they're like long and skinny. They're kind of weird. Okay. Does he want to divorce Haley? Okay, so this is the card at the center of the situation. It was reversed. This is the crowning of the situation. So that is the Prince of Wands crowning it. Foundation of the situation is the Queen of Swords. In the past is the Two of Pentacles and the Lovers reversed. And in the future is the Two of Wands and the Judgment card. Bottom of the deck is Temperance. Middle of the deck is Seven of Swords reversed. So I'll explain all of it now. So basically, what's going on here is there is a lack of enthusiasm in the relationship right now. There is a lack of optimism for some reason. This may be due to the outside pressures of others, how they're thinking negatively about the relationship, but the sun is reversed currently. The foundation of the situation is the Queen of Swords, which would indicate to me that Haley, I think this is Haley. Haley is kind of like his Queen of Swords. Like she's like that solid, steady, person for him because he's been through a lot, like addiction, mental health issues, etc. Well, alleged addiction. I don't know if that's, well, it wasn't alleged. I think that was what it was. Anyways, so she's like the supportive force for him. She's that stabilizing, even though she's a Sagittarius, she's giving him like this swords energy, right? Crowning the situation is the Prince of Wands. This is him. He's a Pisces, but I feel like this is the confidence that he wants to have to go forward, even though he doesn't always feel that optimism currently. He wants to still move forward with the marriage. In the past, he felt like he was doing a juggling act, Two of Pentacles, with the Lovers. You see, and there's 3 people in this. So I think one of them indicates Selena. Not that he was with both of them at the same time. I'm not implying that. What I'm saying, though, is that it's like juggling his feelings for these 2 people. That's what that is. Because this is the juggling card, and then you get it with the Lovers reversed, and it's like obvious what it's saying. So it's like in the past, he was trying to say, oh, which one is better for me? Should I this one or that one? He was in and out of relationships with both of them because apparently he dated Haley before too. Not as long as Selena, but there was a time when I have a little bit of makeup here and it's annoying me. I can see it. There was a time when he was with Haley before too. So it's kind of like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And like, which one do I choose? That was in the past. His future is finding an equilibrium, Two of Wands, and making a final decision, Judgment. So that's a final decision, and it's a rebirth of sorts. Like the dragonfly is like a good lucky sign. It's talking about things becoming anew. On my Judgment card, on my tarot deck, I have a butterfly. It's a very similar symbol. It talks about rebirth, new beginnings, etc., positivity, with a balance, an equilibrium. Middle of the deck is rejecting this feeling of being trapped. Seven of Swords is like you feel trapped at all corners, right? You have nowhere to go, and it's releasing that energy of that. Bottom of the deck is Temperance. Temperance is the theme of the situation, which would indicate that he's trying to be more cautious. He's literally using temperance when it comes to alleged addictions, alleged mental health issues. He's trying to use temperance, and I think she gives him that stabilizing presence. When I'm not seeing divorce anytime soon with them, to be perfectly honest. I think that that's just rumors. Sorry to anybody who loves Selena, who wants to see her back with Justin. If you love Selena, honestly, I don't see why you would want to see her back with Justin because I don't think he's good for her. That's my personal feeling as well as a reader. She shouldn't be with him, and it's good that she's away from him. I see that as a very toxic relationship. She's on her new Wheel of Fortune, new beginnings, Selena Gomez. And she released the devil energy with the negative. Look at this. She released the devil energy with the negative past lovers situation. Look at lovers reversed again. This is Justin's past, and this is Selena releasing the devil and the lovers. When I'm talking about Selena, that's what I pull out. So, it's good that they're not together. Oh, thanks, Sunny. That's so sweet of you. Oh, you guys are nice. So anyways, that's the situation. Are they eventually going to divorce? Yeah, I think so. But are they going to right now? No. And okay, is Haley pregnant? Yes or no? Yes is forward and back. No is a circle. She's not pregnant. Okay, I already knew that, but it's obvious. Are Justin and Haley going to divorce in the next couple of years? Yes or no? Oh, interesting. It went to yes. So they're not divorcing right now, but apparently at some point they are. But I did ask the cards right now. I didn't say ever, and obviously I don't think they're going to be married forever. But do I think he's going to get back with Selena? No, and I don't think he should anyways because he's not any good for her. So that's it. That's about Justin and Haley and Selena. And anybody who ends up watching this who's a Selena fan, I'll do a separate reading on her, probably in like its own video. I usually do her videos alone. I mix Justin in with everybody else because I like Selena better anyway. But yeah, so let's see. So now I guess I will talk about, I could do an update on how Kate is doing. I was thinking about her lately because there was some like report about like a garden she was doing, like Kate Middleton. Well, she's not Middleton anymore. Everybody calls her Kate Middleton and it's ridiculous. Same thing with Megan. They shouldn't call either one of them like by their last names, but let's just say Kate or Catherine. Like, I'll just see how she's doing right now. So I'm using the Druid Tarot deck for her. I just grabbed it and I felt energetically pulled to it when I said her name. So I'll just use those now. So how is Kate doing right now? She looks really happy in her recent pictures. There's like some official photo that was just released today of her. She looks so happy. She looked like a lot better than she did a few months ago where she looked like really, really sad. I know about something. So let's see. How is Kate doing right now? She was out with the Queen, I think, like a week ago, too. And if you guys would like to get a reading or you'd like to donate, go to naomitarot.com. There is information there. And there's information down below my video. Okay, so let's see. How's Kate doing? She is juggling multiple priorities. Oh, I got to show. I want to start showing the cards as I pull them out to the channel. Okay, so this is in the past. This is in the past. This is in the future. And this is in the future. Bottom of the deck. Middle of the deck. Okay. Current situation, because I didn't show these, I forgot. She's trying to juggle multiple priorities right now. So she's trying to do a balancing act. She's got a lot on her plate right now. 2 of Pentacles. Crowning her is a little bit of negativity. I'm going to be honest. 9 of Cups reversed is pessimism. She doesn't look upset in the pictures I saw her in. It doesn't mean she's like devastated just because she got the 9 of Cups reversed. It just means that there's something that she was disappointed about or something like, yeah, something disappointed her late recently. 9 of Cups. Foundation of the situation is feeling out of balance somehow. 2 of Wands reversed. In the past, she felt like she was on her guard about something. 5 of Swords reversed. And that she felt distrustful of something. And that she was getting like a negative intuition about something. High Priestess reversed. In the future, she's looking to plan her next steps, right? This is probably the next step because Elizabeth is only going to be around so much longer, right? Planning her next steps for the future. This is like the near future, the 3 of Wands. This is like really looking ahead to like, he's like looking at a kingdom here or looking at his, you know, his territory, right? She's looking at her future ahead with William and what they have to do. But there's a lot of worrying and concern with this 9 of Swords. And she does not really like always showing it. And I kind of have a feeling because people were commenting on how she didn't look good and she didn't look well for a little bit there. Like a few months ago, I think it was, or like a month ago, she wasn't looking well. And I think because people were commenting on it, like they've made an effort for her to go out and look really like happy and, you know, But I think there's some kind of anxiety or worrying associating with the future here. And in the middle of the deck, she's releasing a burden. That's the heart of the situation, is releasing some kind of burden. 10 of Wands. And the foundation, or not the foundation, the theme of the situation is manifesting. The Magician is trying to manifest changes, trying to manifest new things. I'm just going to clarify the 9 of Cups in the Magician, actually. The theme and what she's thinking of is what I'm going to clarify. So can I clarify the 9 of, actually, you know what? I don't want to use those because that's the major arcana only. I'm going to use the secrets of the Enchanted Tarot to clarify. So 9 of Cups. Okay, there we go. So what's she, okay, so she's worried about too many things on her and impulsiveness. Okay, so, and what's the theme of the situation cards? All right, so all right, let me just see. All right, so what's on her mind, the reason why she's like kind of maybe either worried about something or doesn't feel totally satisfied, I think this is like a lack of satisfaction though. She felt like too many things were thrown at her at once. 8 of Wands, this is like the ability to like really multitask a lot of things and balance a lot of things, right? But this is like too many things are rushing towards her at once. This is just like too much, right? This is somebody who's putting a lot of things in fast motion and is able to do it successfully, right? This is somebody who is like, it's all crashing down on them. And then it's like Prince of Swords is like this quick energy, like forward, like, okay, I need to go forward. Let me go fast forward. Let me just do what I want. Something was too impulsive for her on her mind. She's thinking of something that was done too impulsively. This has caused her to feel dissatisfied with something and then feel like everything's being thrown at her or just overwhelming. In the bottom of the deck, she wants to manifest a change, but she feels like she's not getting a victory quite yet. 6 of Wands reversed, and she's trying to rest and find her equilibrium again. 4 of Wands. She's trying to self-care some more. She wasn't looking good like about a month ago. She looked very like, she still looks really thin because they have to stay, like her and Megan both, they have to stay really thin because I don't agree with that. But, you know, it is what it is. That's how women, especially of that level of wealth and fame, tend to be, you know, look like that, whether it's natural or not. But she was looking like unhealthily thin. Like I remember a month ago or something, like very, very, very like, you know, it was concerning people. And I think somebody said something. And so she's doing like more self-care because a lot of different factors have caused her a lot of worry and dissatisfaction. But she's planning. It's not like terrible because it's mixed in with planning ahead, you know, positive manifestation. So it's like balancing out that energy with that. That's what I'm getting. So let's see. Let me just look at something. Okay, so anyways, I was just looking at your comments to see if there's anything I could add. That's all I have. And yeah, that's all about Kate, I guess. It's not really anything else that I want to add to that. Well, she's finding, I want this one more thing when I was saying Kate, she's finding confidence again. Not that she wasn't confident before, but there was something bothering her. So she's finding confidence again, you know, blossoming. And I think she's got like some garden or something she's supposed to show. There was some article about that. And she looked really nice, like much more vibrant and happier in the picture than she did in a couple months before that. In the recent pictures, she's looked much happier. So that's that. And yeah. Oh, and I just want to add, I know that most people, I don't know how many people on my channel watch Game of Thrones, but I wanted to add in my video about Daenerys before this happened. Well, actually, I've said this last week, and I said it the week before too, that she was going to end up being the villain. I was right. I just wanted to say that. And I knew all along. I wish I made a video about Game of Thrones like 6 months ago when I was saying this before this season even came on, because I was saying she was going to end up the villain. But that's going along. So what happened in last night's episode is she basically like burned the whole city down and didn't give a shit about any of the innocent people there. Didn't care, just burned everybody, even when they surrendered. So yeah, she's the conquering Napoleon villain. And I had the feeling through the series, like I was like, and then I really started to think right before this season came on. Yeah, she's kind of like the Bloody Mary, and Sansa is kind of like Elizabeth I. That's what I'm thinking. That's where I'm thinking they went with those two. I don't necessarily think Sansa's going to be the last one next Sunday, like the one who wins, but I think she might, if she doesn't die, she'll probably be like significant in the North. Like she'll like control the North or something if she doesn't die. But yeah, it's like Elizabeth I and Bloody Mary. I was thinking that when I was watching it. And the North actually looks like England. So it's kind of interesting that it would make sense that Sansa, who is a redhead like Elizabeth I, would resemble her. And then how she doesn't like Daenerys or Dany. And then Dany's like Bloody Mary, even though they're not sisters, like they would be sister-in-law because she's with her adopted, well, cousin brother. So, but anyways, yeah, it was ridiculous that a bunch of bricks killed Cersei. Just me. That was ridiculous. I wanted to see her die in a different way. Like, how did she just die from bricks? Well, what I think is if they go with the predictable Hollywood ending, Alethea, they're going to have Jon be the person. If they don't go with the predictable Hollywood ending, it could be Gendry, Sansa, or Tyrion. But if they go with the predictable Hollywood ending, it's going to be Jon. Yeah, Deb, she has madness in her family. I feel like all these deluded people like wanted her to win, like it's Disney or something. I don't know what they were thinking, but it was like she kept saying she was going to break the wheel and she's the mother of dragons and she burns and she burned those people to punish them like 2 seasons ago. So why are people surprised that she'd burn a whole city? I don't get it. It's like I think maybe because they put it in subtly with nice stuff about her so people overlooked it, but she had it there all along that she had the ability to just kill people like that. So it's like, yeah, Debsy, Tyrion would be the best. He really would. Sansa would be good as like a hand, actually. I think Sansa would be better as a hand than she would be as a ruler because because of Littlefinger, she's good at like figuring people out. And I think that Tyrion would be the best for a ruler. Or maybe like both of them. I don't think that's going to happen, but I really think it should be like the two of them like married again, or well, they are married still, like Sansa and Tyrion, like Beauty and the Beast, and they should like be together, and like that's how I feel like it should be. But anyways, I just wanted to say, that. So Daenerys ended up going crazy, and it was really obvious that that was going to happen. And that's why I made that video. That's such a good theme to think about. That's why Game of Thrones is such a good show, and you should watch it if you haven't, because overlooking all the ridiculous, gratuitous nudity they have of women in it, which I think is so stupid, and then the violence, if you can overlook that, it has a lot of good allegorical themes. And that's why I made the video about Dany and relating her to Megan. I'm not doing readings on Megan right now. Because when something is being drilled into your head to think a certain way, what my message in that video was that there is a reason for that. If somebody keeps telling you somebody's bad, somebody's bad, somebody's bad, somebody's bad, you have to question, why are they telling me this repeatedly? Is it like they want me to think this because some other alternative reason? The same way Dany in Game of Thrones was the opposite. She's good, she's good, she's good, she's good. Oh, look, she's saving everybody, but she's really bad. So it's like you have to flip things upside down and kind of look at it differently, because then you end up, with all the sheep if you don't. And sheeps get eaten by wolves, which is what I said in that video. And it actually is very interesting because I thought of it and I was like, sheeps get eaten by wolves. I said that in the Daenerys video. And the wolves are Starks. So it has a lot of meanings. But anyways, if you watch Game of Thrones, you'd understand that. Yeah, Jaime sucks because he left Brienne. I feel like he deserved to die from bricks because he left Brienne. He's a jerk. He left. He hit it and quit it with Brienne. I'm so mad about Jaime doing that. Like it built up, it built up, it built up, and then he just hits and quits it and then goes back to Cersei. I didn't get that. And then he could have gotten killed by the guy who married Cersei. I forget his name. The stupid idiot who married Cersei, the Iron Fleet guy, for the Iron Islands or whatever. He thinks he killed Jaime and then a brick killed him. It's like, really? Bricks killed him? Wow. And then Arya can be basically like incinerated and then she is still alive. It was kind of silly, that episode. It's like she's pretty much like tossed around and incinerated and she walks out alive. It was ridiculous. But anyways, I mean, the special effects were great, but like they really dropped the storyline at that point. You're on. Thank you, Alethea. So anyways, so let me just ask the cards, since you guys were talking about Kate being pregnant. I can ask if she's pregnant. So let's see. Is Kate pregnant? I'm switching back to. Let me just see. Is Kate pregnant? I could use the pendulum too. That's usually better when asking yes or no's. No, she is not. No, she is not. Judgment reversed. Three of Wands reversed. The Devil reversed. Maybe there's a little bit of difficulty with it. Devil reverse can indicate miscarriages too. Is Kate pregnant? Yes is forward and back. No is a circle. So it says no. Okay, so let me just stop it. Was she pregnant before and she lost a baby? Yes or no? That would indicate yes. Okay, so I don't like to go too much into that topic, but I don't like those darker energy topics, but the Devil reverse would indicate, yeah, that might have had something to do with that, because that's kind of like a heavy energy that's being released. That's what it means. It's like releasing the heavy energy. Three of Wands reversed. I was trying to make plans, but then the plans couldn't be made. And then the Judgment is like the final outcome wasn't one that was well received. So I think it could be that, or it could be that she's disappointed that she can't have another one right now or something, or they were trying. It might be something having to do with that. Allegedly, obviously, it's not fact. It's not fact. Yeah, it's kind of like a, when the devil reverse is like one of the first cards that come out when I ask a yes or no question like that, that's pretty much like a no. She's definitely not, and it might have been some negativity associated with that. I'm getting no, just me. I'm not getting that she's having more. I'm getting that maybe something happened with a miscarriage, maybe something like that. There was some negativity associated with another possible pregnancy. And that might be why her face looked like that. That's a good point, you guys who wanted to ask about a pregnancy. That might have been also why she was looking like that. Yeah, Alethea, to go back to that, to go back to the Game of Thrones topic, I think that, yeah, I felt like that could be Tyrion in the south and Sansa in the north. That would be like the best, because they would be the best for that, for those two things. But I feel like part of me feels like they're just gonna have Jon do too much, where it's gonna be so ridiculously predictable. But anyways, I'll talk about something that more of you guys know about, because I don't think a lot of people who watch know about that show. But anyways, so let's see. Well, I finished everything I wanted to talk about. We could do an almost personal reading before I sign off for everybody who's watching. So for everybody who watches or is going to watch this, I'm going to do an almost personal reading. So I'm going to draw cards like if you were to come to me for a reading. And then I'll just talk and you can see if you relate to it. If you resonate with it, that's good. If you don't, then you can get a personal reading from me. The readings are all listed on naomitarot.com, and the information is down below most of my videos. I'm going to add it to this video when I'm done with it, but it's naomitarot.com. And I appreciate donations and subscriptions. So subscribe if you haven't already. All right, so let me just shuffle the cards. What is the current message that everybody needs to know who's watching right now? What's going on in their life? What do they need to know about their life? Almost personal reading. What's going on right now? There is a little bit of nostalgia being felt right now. Six of Cups. On your minds is maybe you've been losing some strength lately or feeling a little weakened or bogged down. Trying to plan your next steps at your foundation. Behind you, thought you had used your intuition in the past, contemplated things very heavily, and in your future, a very emotional time, perhaps some money losses, so be careful. Bottom of the deck is an extremely painful situation. So some people who are watching or who will watch this video at any point in time when you watch this, this is relevant. Time doesn't really have a meaning when you read spiritual things, especially an almost personal reading that's so general. If you were drawn to this video at this time, whenever you watch this or right now, you are going through something very painful, or you did in the recent past, and you are overcoming this. The good news about the Ten of Swords is that even though this may feel like a lot of pain when you experience it, or when you did in the past, if this is past, when we go through something like this, we go through a new cycle in life after that. And then the new cycle in life can bring us closer to why we're here, can bring us closer to what it is we really want when we figure out what we don't want. And see, look, the middle of the situation, which is the heart of the situation, is going on a new journey after that had happened. So you're ready to go on this new journey, maybe with the summer, because summer's coming. It's like a new chance to start over. Because in the past, you felt something very strongly intuitively, and you felt like, should I stay? Should I go? What should I do? Right? Princess of Pentacles and the High Priestess. Current situation is you're kind of looking nostalgically back at the past, or you're hoping things were better the way they used to be, maybe when you were a child, or when you were, maybe if you're not in your 20s, when you were in your 20s or your teens. Like, why can't things go back to the way they used to be? Because I feel so weakened, and I lost a lot of strength from this past situation that really hurt me. Okay. I felt like I lost this 10 of Cups situation. Okay. You felt like, okay, why did this have to happen? Why did it have to make me feel like this? And at my foundation, I feel like I want to prepare, right? I'm ready to prepare for what's coming next. I'm going to be more careful next time, right? 5 of Swords. And in my future, I'll be going through a very emotional time, right? But there may be some money losses. 6 of Pentacles, so be careful of that. Money loss is possible. Either that or needing to save more. Or it could talk about needing to save your emotional resources more. And it's good to be like this, but don't be like this too much, because you don't want somebody to tap out all your resources, emotional and or financial. Use temperance, because there's a lack of temperance currently. There will be something that's final. There will be a positive rebirth, a positive new beginning. However, manifesting that may take a bit, because the energy is a bit blocked right now. The Magician reversed is kind of like blocked energy from manifesting what it is you really want. And it's probably because of this situation. This card talks about like some kind of karma that was gone through. If it wasn't negative karma, sometimes it's just like situations that were meant to happen to teach you about what you really don't want, so you can manifest what you do want. So that's kind of what that card is. You're welcome, Jan. Yeah, Cynthia, that does count. I hope you heal. Hi, Emily. Thanks for coming. All right, so let's just get some last messages for everybody who's watching. Okay, 6 of Pentacles. Fulfillment. 2 of Hearts reversed. Queen of Hearts again. All right, so this, I think for a lot of you, this is associated with hurt feelings of some kind. So either in a relationship, literally, or a relationship of some kind. It doesn't have to be an actual romantic relationship. It could be a friendship. Sometimes a coworker. Usually those relationships aren't close enough to really, break your heart. But it's something that really hurt you emotionally, because you are that Queen of Cups or Queen of Hearts. You are that very emotional person. And you're getting back to feeling this fulfillment, to refilling your cup. But this is this energy that created this, the 10 of Swords. So this 2 of Hearts reverse created that 10 of Swords and made you lose strength. And you're trying to get yourself back, the Queen of Hearts, back to this fulfillment, this sense of inner peace. And at the heart of the situation, look, at the heart of the situation is the 6 of Hearts reversed, and at the middle of this situation is the 6 of Cups. They're both the 6 of Cups. This is just called Hearts. This is reversed. This is upright. So it's like you want to be able to think like this, but then you don't all the time. You want to, and you don't. You want to positively reframe things, but then sometimes it's hard to. So it's like a push-pull, push-pull, push-pull energy because of what you went through. So let's just get some advice. One more card for advice from the Wild Oracle, and then I'm going to finish. Oh, that flew out. Okay. Well, this one wants you to know mistakes. So it says, allow me to know it is okay to make mistakes. Let me always take care of the inner child so he or she feels loved no matter what. So what does that mean? That means that you need to maybe do some inner child work. Somebody who's really good with inner child work is Louise Hay. You can look her up. A lot of her work is free on YouTube. She passed away. She was an old age. She was a very good spiritual teacher. She did a lot of law of attraction work, and she also was a spiritual counselor through her career and an author. She wrote, You Can Heal Your Life. I used to use that when I did crisis counseling with clients. on the phone. And this is talking about inner child work. You have to sometimes you have to get in touch with that part of yourself that is that age. So for instance, I could be talking to a client, right? Let's just say her name is, I'm going to think of a really strange name so it doesn't sound like anybody's name on the channel. Okay. Say her name is Esmeralda. Okay. And Esmeralda, it's an unusual name. It's a pretty name, but it's unusual. Esmeralda came to me and she said that she feels really, every time somebody does something to her, I'm just going to give a relationship as an example. In a relationship, like they ghost out of her life, right? And they didn't say anything to her, right? And Esmeralda is like, why does this keep happening? My friend did this to me. My boyfriend did this to me. And now my coworker who was friends with me did this to me too. They don't even say goodbye. They just leave. And this is just making me feel so abandoned and so hurt, right? So I would tell Esmeralda that she needs to talk to her inner child, right? She needs to talk to her 5-year-old self that somehow feels abandoned still by something that happened when she was a child, and to tell her that it's okay, that she is lovable and she's worthy, and to do some work on that and maybe write in a journal to her inner child. So that's what this is about. It's about allowing you to feel that it's okay to take care of your inner child. It's okay for that inner child to feel loved, and it's okay to make mistakes, and those mistakes don't make people treat you a certain way. So that's what this message is about. Okay, so I'm going to get off of here, and I hope that you guys have a really nice oh God, I just read the comments. I'm sorry. I can't contain myself sometimes with these people. But anyways, thank you for showing up, you guys. And I hope you have a lovely evening, and love and light, only positive energy. And we try to keep these readings as high vibration as possible, as positive as possible, not based on gossip, but based on my intuition of things, or how I want to see how people are doing and check in on them. But thanks for watching. And there will be no showing of the armpits on this channel. But your request was very interesting. So I hope you guys have a nice night. And the readings are for entertainment purposes only. I appreciate any donations. If you want a reading, go to my website. It's all listed there. If you're confused by my website, email me at naomitarot1199@gmail.com. And if you haven't subscribed, do so. I thank you for watching. All right, guys. Bye-bye. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for coming.